Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, I guess let's start off by saying, better luck next time, leftoids. Once again, I guess you guys are learning the hard way that you don't control the culture anymore. Although the reality is you probably never did, more like you hoodwinked the nation into thinking that you did. The phenomenon of the extra loud minority. The leftist mob used to be able to bully corporations into doing their bidding, but you know what? I think it's pretty safe to say that those days are done and dusted. The Bud Light collapse, I think, really truly changed the game. It opened up the corporate world's eyes. These corporate executives now know where the real power actually lies, and I'll tell you, it's not with the screeching activist mobs on TikTok. Not at all. Over the last couple of years, we've seen failed leftist boycott after failed leftist boycott, and that seems to be exactly what we've got here, as the leftist mob came after Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle, of course, hoping to convince the world that they are racist, and nobody should support them, of course. Everybody join us to boycott American Eagle for their eugenics ad, and well, let's just say it seems like all the noise coming from the very loud minority is kind of falling on deaf ears, as American Eagle stores across the nation are seeing a massive surge in patronage. The stores are jam-frickin' packed. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so obviously this is proof that the left has lost the culture war. The Sydney Sweeney American Eagle situation proves it. They tried to whip up a boycott because heaven forbid an ad campaign featured a beautiful blonde American actress. We know that's not allowed in the world of woke, in the world of inclusivity. We know what that really means is exclusion of white people, especially attractive straight cis white people. But obviously people are sick of it all now, aren't they? And the response has been to support American Eagle like never before, you know, just like what we saw with Goya Foods.
From the ad, Sydney Sweeney and her jeans.
Shopping for a gift for my grandson. You can see this place is packed.
I guess this little protest photo here didn't do a great job at convincing people to join the boycott.
Hey, you want to go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black.
You know, they tried it back in 2016, in 2020, hell, even in 2021 before the Bud Light stuff. This would have worked. This would have put a bunch of pressure on American Eagle. They'd be groveling, begging for forgiveness. They'd probably change their profile photo to some black box or some crap. But nowadays, the response is to ignore the woke lunatics and just continue on, just double down. That seems to be what American Eagle's doing. Instead of pulling back and running away, they just put Sydney Sweeney up on the Las Vegas Sphere. Possibly the most in-your-face response that you could ever think up. It's absolutely over, folks. Whatever power the woke mob once had, it is gone. This is the end of the woke DEI stranglehold over the American people and American culture. And frankly, my message to the leftoids at this point is get used to it. You know, you guys had a nice little run there for 20 years, but now I think it's time to get back to the unapologetically patriotic American culture of the 90s. And yes, that's going to feature a lot of white faces. Ooh, the horror, I know. Scary stuff. America, a majority white country with a history connected to white European settlers, is gonna feature white people in their ads. Oh, crazy. And I know the left tells you, well, that's racist. But there's nothing wrong with celebrating white beauty alongside everybody else. There's nothing wrong with celebrating beauty of any kind. And frankly, the real racists, the real bigots, are the ones who are freaking out over a white person landing a TV commercial ad. There's nothing controversial here. Just go to South Korea, for instance, and what are you gonna see? You're gonna see all kinds of billboards with ding 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 Korean models. Go to Japan and you're gonna see Japanese models, Representation of your majority culture is normal. It's not racist. And that's not to say that it should only be white people. America is not an ethno state like Japan and South Korea are. You know, a little bit of diversity that's relevant to the actual population split of the country, fine. But this weird woke culture of erasing white people entirely, or only showing them if they're paired up with the token minority, well, obviously that racist culture has to end. That's not representation. That is deliberate cultural erasure. You know, that thing the left keeps telling you isn't real, isn't happening, despite the fact that they're, I don't know, constantly boasting about it.
Can we just celebrate that victory, that we made a place more diverse? You never get a pat on the back.
No.
The people who achieve, I feel like, in that area. There's only there's more to do. Of course there's more to do.
Each year, nearly 1 million people come legally to America. Today, nearly 1 in 10 people in America was born in another country. 1 in 5 school children are from immigrant families. Today, largely because of immigration, there is no majority race in Hawaii or Houston or New York City. Within 5 years, there will be no majority race in our largest state, California. In a little more than 50 years, there will be no majority race in the United States. No other nation in history has gone through demographic change of this magnitude in so short a time.
An unrelenting stream of immigration, non-stop. Folks like me who were Caucasian of European descent, for the first time in 2017, will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. Fewer than 50% of the people in America, from then and on, will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a source of our strength.
It's obvious what they were trying to do, but you know, like I always say with stuff like that, if you're going to engage in that kind of a conspiracy, well, you better friggin' finish the job. You better go all the way, or a counterculture will be formed, and the tides will totally turn, and that's exactly where we're at right now. The tides are turning. You're seeing American culture unapologetically on display again. Patriotic ads, traditional aesthetics, beautiful blonde girls. Why not? I mean, why should this be controversial? It's only controversial to the bitter, bigoted activists who hate everything about this country. And well, very simply, no more giving in to them. The leftist boycotts are failing. The corporate world is learning where the real cultural power is, where the cultural majority is. And America's culture, real American culture, is making a comeback, baby. Sydney Sweeney isn't going anywhere. American Eagle isn't backing down to the woke demands. And the woke mob, well, they might just have to get used to losing a little more. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.